How's it going, everybody? My name is Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller and full-time student, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through 3 major ways that you're going to be able to scale your Amazon business. These are going to be things that are useful whether you're selling $1,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or if you just started yesterday. Hopefully these tips are going to help you be able to grow your business into something awesome. Before we jump into the video, if you guys want to check out our free Amazon seller Discord server, there's over 10,000 people in the link down below. Tons of great free information. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. The first way, and probably the best way to grow your Amazon business, is going to be buying other people's time. This is essential as a business owner. You need to be using your business as a vehicle to buy other people's time. That's pretty much the whole reason you own a business, so that you are able to profitably buy time, an asset that you only have a finite amount of, and you are able to buy other people's time, which they also have a finite amount of. So with that concept in mind, you should always be thinking of ways in your business that you can buy time from other people, buy time for yourself, whether that's a software, or in this case I'm going to talk about outsourcing. That's the biggest way I know how to kind of make my time worth more money. One way that I like to outsource my time is to hire virtual assistants. I have a team of virtual assistants from the Philippines who every day they find me lists of profitable products to actually source. One of my virtual assistants helps me run my Amazon store. They do customer service and that kind of stuff for the social media brand. So there's a lot of great reasons to have a virtual assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just real quick how you can actually hire a VA. I do have a much longer video, so if you want a longer kind of tutorial on that, there's going to be a video up there, but I'll kind of show you briefly the process right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do, I personally use a website called onlinejobs.ph. Basically, it's just a marketplace of Filipino virtual assistants and people who need to hire them, right? So what you're going to want to do is just create a job posting. I can go ahead and show you the job posting that I have created here. It's very simple. This is the whole listing. You're just going to throw a listing up like this on onlinejobs.ph. You do have to pay $70 to do this, to communicate with the people who actually apply for your job, but you can pay the $70 and then immediately cancel it, and then come back if you need another VA, but you only have to pay it every time you're actually hiring VAs. But as you can see, after you post these applications, you can see I've been hiring for people to find products for me since August. You can see you get a ton of applicants. A couple things you're going to want to keep in mind if you want to jump into the job description here. One thing I like to throw in here is just kind of a curveball question to make sure they actually read the job description. That's going to be a great way to actually make sure that they're paying attention to the job posting, make sure that they're telling you exactly what experience they really do have. And then from there, you're going to give them a test to make sure that they're really up to snuff, they know their stuff, and then you're going to interview the people who do well on that test. So that's kind of the bare basics of how you would actually hire a virtual assistant. There's a lot more that goes into that. Obviously, you're going to want to figure out how much you pay them, if you want them to work full-time, all that kind of stuff. Work out if they get benefits with your company. You want to make it so that it's a good mutual relationship. Make sure your people stick around for a while, treat them well. But like I said, there's a longer video up on that up here, and I also do have some freebies down below for you. That's going to be the questions that I ask in the questionnaire, as well as that job description that I just showed there. It's free down below if you want to check that out. You can use those to kind of help you hire your first virtual assistant. That's a great way to outsource your time, help you scale your business. One other way you can help outsource is by using prep centers, especially if you're doing online arbitrage, wholesale, or even private label. You're going to be able to order those products directly to your prep center. Generally, you'll be charged anywhere from 75 cents to even $2 if it's like a bundled listing, that kind of thing. But I believe it's super worth it. As long as you're pricing those fees into your profits, it's super worth it to not be prepping those products. Personally, it's probably been, maybe even a year at this point since I've really been prepping products significantly, and it really helps you think on the big picture with scaling your Amazon business, scaling other things, or maybe you just want more time with your family. We're not all trying to build multi-million-dollar businesses, right? The reason you run a business sometimes is to buy your time back so that you can just enjoy it, right? So with those two things in mind, try out getting a prep center, try out using a VA, and you'll find maybe your workload is cut by 75%. Suddenly you've got a bunch of new time to spend with family and friends, or work on other side businesses, or continue just more high level thought for your Amazon business. So the second major way I'm going to talk about growing your Amazon business is going to be growing your spending potential, whether that's Amazon loans, lines of credit, credit cards, whatever you have to do to be able to spend more money. That is the name of the game of Amazon. It's all about volume. The more you buy, the more you sell. Even if it's at lower margin, it proves that Amazon can trust your account more and more. You get more feedback. There's almost no downsides to selling more product. Even if you do have to sacrifice on margin, would you rather sell zero at your 20% margin, or would you rather sell a $100 product at that 15% margin? It's not always about hitting that exact margin goal. Something that one of my friends was saying is that when you have a ton of money, you buy good inventory, and when you don't have a lot of money, you buy great inventory, but you should always be buying inventory. Some of those ways you can unlock capital. If you're not familiar, Amazon loans do exist. Amazon will, through your seller account, as long as you're consistently selling, there's no real rhyme or reason to when you'll actually get an Amazon loan offer, but it'll show up within your Amazon seller account. It'll just say lending opportunities, and then they'll say how much they're going to lend it to you, how much they're going to give you, and what the APR on that is. I think I have like a $50,000 loan offered right now, so they really do offer some pretty decent sized loans, and it's all based off of your sales over the last little bit, something that they could reasonably expect that you would need. You can also get lines of credit through like Goldman Sachs, I think is who it's through, and that's through the same menu as getting those Amazon loans. And again, that'll show up on your Amazon seller homepage. But probably the much easier way, especially if you don't have those offers, there's not really a whole lot you can do to kind of manufacture those offers. But one thing that really helped me unlock a ton of spending potential is by getting American Express business credit cards. Even if you, I wouldn't suggest actually carrying interest on those cards. Make sure you have the cash to back it up, or at least the cash will be there in time to back it up. That's up to your own risk tolerance though. But with those cards, the reason I especially like those cards in particular is because there's no hard limit on how much you can actually spend. So when you actually get your card, you're gonna be able to run up crazy high balances if you find tons of profitable products. So it's not gonna limit you so much as with a lot of other credit cards where you got $13,000, you have $10,000, and you can't spend any more than that. So if you find some really good deals, like right now, it's Black Friday. I think I've been spending, I think I just totaled it up. I've spent $17,000 today. So with those credit cards, I've been able to not really worry about that, not have to worry about those lines of credit running out on me. So that's one way that I've been able to massively scale those lines of credit, how much money I can spend. And I think there are some links down below for the Amex Gold and Blue. There's some sign-on bonuses. I think you get like $600 or something, $500 or something like that for free if you sign up for an American Express Gold. So that's not a bad deal. The third thing I want to talk about is it kind of ties into the outsourcing, kind of buying your time, properly valuing your time, I guess is how we could probably put it. But you want to make sure you're always using the right softwares for your size of business. Don't be skimpy with your softwares, especially if you know that upgrading to that software would save you a significant amount of time. For example, if you're spending 4, 5, 6 hours a month listing products, Inventory Lab is only $50, and it's probably going to save you at least 1 or 2 of those hours, if not over half of those hours. So what are you valuing your time at? If you're still not using a listing software and you're listing for 4, 5, 6 hours a month, that to me tells me that you don't value your time at even $50 an hour. You value it somewhere around $25 to $20 an hour, which as a business owner selling on Amazon, we should definitely be valuing our time higher than that. Kind of an interesting concept I've been playing with is valuing your time more than it's actually worth and figuring out what you need to implement to get to that time valuation. So whether that is hiring more people so that those people are doing the work that you previously would have valued at maybe $100 an hour. Let's say you want to put your hourly target at, I want to make $300 an hour every time I work, then everything you do should be outsourcing the tasks that make you less than $300 an hour. Not sure if that makes complete sense. I'm still trying to kind of rationalize that concept, but it's super important to make sure you're leveraging like the right tools to increase the value of that time. One other tool that I would super suggest for you guys who are doing fairly decent, maybe $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month in sales, is to upgrade your repricer. Probably not 5,000. I'll add a caveat there. Maybe $10,000+ a month. You should look into the repricer I personally use. It's called Be Cool AI. A lot of you guys probably use Be Cool. Maybe you don't, but I personally use Be Cool AI, and it is $100 a month, so it is a significant investment, but it is massively powerful. As soon as I activated it, I saw some of my SKUs increase in buy box rotation by over double. So it's a super powerful tool. I just wanted to mention that as something that is probably going to help you scale your business if you're at the point where you're doing $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Activating those things that are going to take you to the next level. You probably have all the basic tools. You probably have a listing software. You probably have a repricer, all that kind of stuff. But now it's time to upgrade those tools. See what you can buy with the money that you're making decent money now, right? So it's time to see what you can actually buy with that money you're making to help you make even more money and just grow those profits. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did get some value out of this video, if you could add some value to my business and hit that subscribe button down below, I would really appreciate that. If you guys do have any questions about anything I said, feel free to drop those down below as well. I'm happy to answer those questions. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.